Welcome back to another 7-minute review with me, P the Critic, and we are super excited for today's product, the Breville Barista Touch Impress machine. This machine has, I'm just going to say it, become our favorite coffee maker. We've tried a lot of coffee makers, and the new Breville Barista Touch Impress has really impressed us. And like the title indicates, the unit stopped working mid-review. In the middle of shooting our review, it stopped working. The screen went blank and the power button became basically irresponsive. This happened before, and I looked up the troubleshooting and it said something about overheating. And so it said to unplug the unit and leave it unplugged for about half an hour or an hour. And we did that, and then it started working again. But this time it stopped working, and we left it actually overnight, and it still didn't turn back on. I do get into that in a little more detail about why I think that happened. And believe it or not, we may still be recommending this unit for some users. So stay tuned and you'll see why. So here we are the next morning, and it was left unplugged overnight. And now we've plugged it in and it's still not turning on. And, I was going to say that I obviously cannot recommend this product. But I've thought about it a little bit more and thought about why it may be doing this. And, our use case, we make a lot of coffee. We make at least about 4 drinks a day in our home, which should be fine and tolerable. But also, we have a lot of friends and family that know we like making coffee and they enjoy our coffee. And so when they come over, sometimes we'll be making 5 or 6 milk-based drinks back to back to back. So pouring the shot, steaming the milk, pouring the shot, steaming the milk 5 or 6 times. And I think that because this unit uses a single thermojet system, it's a single heating element, and it's not a boiler, it's a thermojet system. I think that what it is that the constant going back and forth from pulling a shot to steaming the milk, pulling a shot to steaming the milk is actually what may have caused the unit to fail. And so I think if you're going to be using it on a normal routine basis where you're making a couple drinks for yourself or for a couple or even for a family, and you're not making a ton of back to back to back drinks, I think that should be fine. But I think if you're going to be entertaining a large amount of people and you're going to be pulling multiple shots and making milk-based drinks where you're pulling a shot, steaming the milk, pulling a shot, steaming the milk back to back to back, then it might not be the best unit for you. But during the time that it did work, it was actually a really good machine. We're going to include the rest of the footage that we did capture in the review here. But if you are going to pick up one of these machines, I would definitely suggest getting an extended warranty. What the Impress Puck system promises is less mess, less fuss, intelligent dosing, an assisted 22-ounce tamping, and an auto correction of the next dose to achieve a precise puck, finished with a 7-degree barista twist to get a nice polish on your puck. And I'll tell you, it's been very impressive. Breville says that this machine incorporates the 4 keys formula used by professional cafe machines. It's designed to use the right dose of freshly ground beans. It ensures precise temperature control, optimal water pressure, and creates a true microfoam milk. So you can get great tasting lattes and even do some latte art. And here are a few photos of some of the samples of latte art that I've been able to make with this machine. Every one of these has been with this machine here. And the fact that it does the milk steaming for you and gets the right texture is really great. The machine includes 9 bars of extraction pressure. It has a thermojet heating system with a 3-second heat up time, similar to some of their other recent machines. It does have a 2-year product warranty, and it includes drinks such as the flat white, a latte, cappuccino, espresso, long black, which is a lungo, a baby chino, a hot chocolate, and tea as well, because it does have a hot water dispenser. It includes Baratza European Precision burrs with 30 grind settings, and it also includes the Auto Milk, that's milk with a Q, hands-free microfoam steam wand. So what that does is it allows you to choose the type of milk you're using, whether it's regular milk or oat or soy or almond milk. So it allows you to choose whether you're using milk or milk alternative, and it will calibrate that for you so you still get really good results with milk alternatives also. You can set the temperature of your milk between 104 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and it has 8 levels of texture of microfoam. So you can texture it manually or choose from the 8 settings of microfoam that it introduces air for you. Let's turn the machine on, and it's ready to use pretty much right away. When you first grind your beans, whatever beans you put in there, it'll grind them at the setting you have. And if you start at 15, which it recommends, and that's where it usually is set at, it'll grind it at 15. And once it grinds it, it'll basically have you tamp. And once you tamp, it'll tell you if you should add more beans. So it'll say add a little more. You tap it, add more, tap it, until you get the right amount into your portafilter. And it'll know when you tamp, it'll know if you have the right amount or not. Now, once you do that and you go in and you pour your shot, what it'll actually do is it will tell you if it poured too fast or too slow. So if your shot goes too fast, then you need a finer grind. And if your shot goes too slow, you need a coarser grind. And it walks you through all of that. It'll tell you on the screen if you had the right amount of time on your shot, if you have the right grind setting, so you can easily go ahead and adjust it accordingly.